Hey everyone, Jordan El-Hag here from El-Hag and Associates PC. We are a labor and employment law firm located in White Plains, New York, and we only represent working men and women. So if you're having any problems in the workplace, please feel free to give us a call and we will help you with any issues that you're facing. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how labor unions can help you make more money at the job. Essentially, why is it that a labor union can get your boss to pay you more money when you can't do that on your own? Now, the short answer to this question is that labor unions have the ability to legally inflict economic harm on your employer. So let me explain how this works through an example. So imagine for a moment that you're walking down the street and a small 10-year-old child comes up to you and says, "Give me your money or else." You're probably going to laugh at the kid and not even take it serious at all. But how would that change if instead of a 10-year-old kid, there was, a full-size grown man who made that threat to you? Now, depending on, whether you're, a male or a female or how big you are, your response is going to be much different dealing with this grown man than the young kid. Now, what if instead of it being a grown man, there was 20 grown men or 20 adults saying, "Give me your money or else, you're going to get hurt." You're going to take that threat way more serious and you're probably just going to give him the money. If it was just a grown man by himself, there's a chance you're going to resist and try to, maybe even fight the person. Even the most tough person would probably not take on 20 different people that are surrounding them saying, "Give me your money." This concept or this principle is what's at play when a union goes to deal with your employer rather than you going on your own. See, if you go to your boss on your own and you say, "I'd like a raise," in that situation, you're acting as that 10-year-old child. You're first off, you're not even making a demand. You're asking for a raise. And the boss has no incentive to give you that. Maybe he just wants to be nice, but other than him making the determination on his own to give you more money, he doesn't have to listen to you. He doesn't have to take that request very seriously. I mean, the most you could say is, "I have another job offer," and he'd probably say, "Okay, well, whatever, I can go hire somebody the same price. We appreciate you coming here." But what if instead of just you now, the entire workforce goes into the boss's office and said, "We all don't like what you're paying us and we want you to change this and we want you to change that." The employer is going to take that threat much more serious. You're no longer that 10-year-old child. That's how the union works. When everyone acts together, it's much more powerful. But here's the difference, right? When we talked about our example of somebody coming on the street to say, "Give me your money," there was a threat, right? There was a threat to you of, physical harm, right? Otherwise, if this group of 20 people said, "Hey, can we have some money?" and you said no, and they said, "Okay, thank you," you wouldn't really care. It's the fact that they're going to hurt you that causes you to give them your money. So, when a labor union is involved, what is that consequence that is present that makes your boss want to give you the money? What's that threat? Because just you and your coworkers going alone isn't enough, right? You need to pressure him to give you the money, right? You're not asking, you're saying, "Give it to me," you're demanding. The threat that a labor union can legally bring is economic harm to your employer. So what does that mean? The union can say, "All right, give everybody a raise. We want you to give everyone this much more money. We want this in medical benefits." And he says, and your boss says, "Or what? What are you going to do?" The union says, "I'll tell you what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to shut your company down. And you're not going to be able to make any more of your products because you're not going to have any more workers. And we're going to stand outside with leaflets and handbills, and we're going to tell all the customers that are coming into your store to not buy from you while this dispute is going on. Then we're going to go to your vendors, and we're going to tell them how unfair you are as an employer. We're going to tell them not to deliver to you. And if they do keep delivering to you, we're going to handbill in front of their store and tell their customers how they support an unfair business person like you. Then we're going to go online and we're going to let the entire world know that they shouldn't buy from you while this dispute is going on because you care more about your business than the employees that make your business work for you. Then you say we're going to drag you through the legal system. You're going to spend tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to get us to stop doing what we're legally allowed to do. In the end, you're probably going to lose. And not only are you going to lose, hundreds of thousands of dollars, you're probably going to lose customers for the remainder of your business life. And you're probably going to have tarnished relationships with your vendors. So there's a tremendous amount of pressure unions can put on an employer legally. They're allowed to do this if you do it the right way to make your boss give you more money. And that's only some of the tactics. I mean, the unions can go in front of an employer's house, put picket signs, embarrass them and their family in front of the neighborhood. All of these things are something that an employer has to take into consideration when he says, no, I don't want to give you more money. What do you think happens most of the time? The employer says, all right, do I really want to go through all that nonsense, or do I really want to just give these people a raise? 99% of the time, the employer wants to give the raise, and the employees don't want to do all that, and they find a fair arrangement that everybody can live with. Now, when you try to do this on your own, you don't have those legal protections, right? When you act by yourself, the law doesn't protect you. So you can't go into your boss and say, give me a raise or I'm going on strike by myself. You're going to get fired. That's not protected under the law. I would dare, I don't dare, but I would imagine that if I did dare any person watching this video to go into their boss and say, give me a raise right now or I'm going to go on the internet and I'm going to say bad things about you, that you wouldn't have the guts to go and do that. Imagine taking that step on your own and doing that. You can feel that that's something that's very adversarial and you would probably be uncomfortable doing. And you know that it wouldn't go well if you just went in on your own. Don't do that. I'm telling you right now, don't go and do that. I'm just saying, imagine that you did do it so you can get a sense of the power dynamic that's at play and why it's more effective to have a union than acting on your own. So that's really it. You just have to understand that the dynamic between you and your employer is determined by power. It's a pure power play, and whoever can inflict the most economic harm on the other is going to win that. And employers have lots of resources, they have a lot of money, so it's not something that you can go and do on your own. You need to have a union. And if you don't have one, trust me, you're not getting as much money from the job as you possibly could. So if you have any questions about this topic or any other legal problem, please feel free to give us a call. And if you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, and share these videos, because the more people that watch this and they're working people and they're aware of their rights, the better off everybody's going to do. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.